Hello, I'm Ninja Greg, and you're watching The Ninja Greg Show. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Were you crazy enough to go out on Black Friday and get some really great deals? Well, in any case, I hope you had a good holiday. A quick announcement before I get started. As was the case with last month, during Christmas week, I'll be taking that week off, so there won't be any new videos for Christmas and even New Year's. So after my video on the week before Christmas, I won't have any more for 2015. The next one will be the first week of January in 2016. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Now on to the review. You know, in the 90s, actor Jonathan Taylor Thomas was quite popular. He was one of the most popular characters on the 90s sitcom Home Improvement. He voiced young Simba in The Lion King, and he was even the leading man in his own Christmas movie, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Synopsis: Jonathan Taylor Thomas plays Jake, a college student who's smug, cocky, got a bit of an ego on him, and is basically a smooth-talking con man who cons and works his way around everything. And when his plan to get along with his girlfriend for Cabo San Lucas kind of goes belly up, his dad calls him up on the phone and asks him to come home for Christmas. He refuses at first because he's got a stepmom he doesn't exactly see eye to eye with. I know the feeling. But his dad says, you know what? If you come home for Christmas, I'll give you that Porsche that we've been working on for the longest time. You come home for Christmas, 6 o'clock for Christmas dinner. The Porsche's yours. Bribery! Because nothing says Christmas better than bribery. I'll get to that when we get to the negatives. As for the positives of the movie, well, yeah, the moments you kind of expect from a Christmas movie are there and are okay, like showing that Christmas is about family and giving, all that stuff you expect. It's there and accounted for, and there's some real emotion in some of those scenes. The acting is all right, and it's not god awful terrible. I mean, it's a Disney movie. They do put some quality in, and some of the characters are likable, and some of the situations are funny. But now getting into the negatives, it's a comedy, yes, but not a very funny one. I watched this whole thing from start to finish. By the way, the beginning credit sequence goes on a little bit longer than I like. I mean, it does go on for quite a while, but the comedy is not very good. I mean, I kind of chuckled one or two times, but other than that, it was just kind of bland. I mean, it was trying to be funny. I mean, well, it's basically a road trip movie. You know, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. The sort of movie you've probably seen a million times by this point. And yeah, he's in a bit of a pickle because yeah, he's trying to get home for Christmas so he can get a Porsche, basically. But he ends up in a bit of a snag when he's trying to help these bullies. I don't even know if college had bullies anyway, honestly. Yeah, he helps them cheat on a test, but that goes awry, and we see them do something, but we're not exactly sure what. It's just kind of implied that they did something because he wakes up in the middle of the California desert wearing a Santa suit, a beard, and a hat glued onto his head and face. And of course, the Santa suit's the only clothes he's got, so he's abandoned in the desert somewhere and probably wearing very humiliating clothing. So yeah, there's funny situations or situations that are supposed to be funny, but I didn't find myself really laughing too hard at them. Maybe if I was a younger kid, like whenever this movie came out, because I grew up during this time, I remember seeing ads for this movie on TV, but not now as an adult. It's just not very funny. It feels like it should be, but it's not. And for the most part, he's really full of himself from like start until almost the very end. And a lot of the some of the situations feel kind of forced. Like there's a scene where he's at a children's hospital giving away presents, and one kid asks to just go home and spend Christmas with his family, which of course is supposed to be the scene that's pulling at your heartstrings. And yeah, the emotion is pretty good, but it does feel a little forced, and some of this movie is kind of cliched. Like he's just walking along the highway and he runs into this dumb redneck character who almost runs him over because, of course, he's eating something. The only way this could have been more cliched is if he was a big fat guy, but he wasn't. He was just a dumb idiot redneck. And he cons his way out of a speeding ticket, helps a cop get back with his wife, and he one of the bullies who left him in the desert is driving his girlfriend, who he's kind of sweet on as well, driving his girlfriend all the way back to New York where they live, New York the state, not New York the city, because we find out later the city is actually Larchmont. But anyways, they end up in this pseudo Bavarian village, and they unintentionally end up underneath this archway made of mistletoe, and you know what happens under mistletoe. And apparently, there's a newscast that's being done there too, and they get spotted and put on the news. And of course, it's the broadcast is going on at a place where he sees it, so he gets mad. He wants to go to this village and confront the issue. Even when he's on a bus going home, he finds a way to con the bus driver into making a detour just so he can confront this guy that, one, put him in this bad situation and now is kissing his girlfriend. Guy, just go home. Ask her about it. Well, whatever. That's another thing about the college. Even though he's supposed to be in college, it feels like high school because he's got a nerdy friend who helps him out with his cons and his schemes, who gets stuffed in a locker, of course. Not once, but twice. And I don't know, maybe it's because of the school I went to, but I don't really remember college having lockers. And also, school bullies at college. Seriously? Aren't college students supposed to be adults by this point? I mean, yeah, when you're a dumb, immature teenager just starting to enter adulthood, that I can understand, but college? Really? College bullies? Ugh, whatever. But yeah, that's I'll Be Home for Christmas in a nutshell. Heartwarming moments feel a little tacked on and forced. Definitely funny-ish situations that you know you're supposed to laugh at, but I personally didn't find all too hilarious. And while it's not awful, it's just kind of blah. I mean, you can do a lot worse than this one, but you can also do a lot better. I would only recommend it if there's absolutely nothing else to watch, like maybe borrow it from the library or what catch it on TV if there's really nothing better on. But yeah, that was I'll Be Home for Christmas. What did you think of it? Did you see it? Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments of what you think, and if you like this video, give it a subscribe, and don't be afraid to share it. It is the season of giving, so give this video to other people you think might like it. And don't be afraid to share some of my other videos with well if you like those. So share, 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 share. Why? Because it's Christmas. Well, not yet, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm Ninja Greg. You've been watching the Ninja Greg Show. I'll see you next time.